Sana, about 12 kilometers 7.5 mi of Beersheba. A comparison of Joshua 15:31 with parallel lists of cities at Joshua 19:5 and 1 Chronicles 4:31 indicates that it may be the same as Hazar-Susa or Hazar-Susim. See Hazar-Susa. Saf. One of 4 giant like Rephaim who fought with the Philistines against Israel, only to be put to death by David's mighty men. Saf, or Sibai, was slain by Sibbecai. 2 Sa 21:18-22. 1 Ch 20. 4. Sapirasap middle.Phira from Aramaic, and meaning beautiful. The wife of Ananias. With her husband she entered a conspiracy that resulted in their death. They sold a field of their possession and hypocritically pretended to bring the full value obtained to the apostles, as other Christians in Jerusalem were doing to meet the emergency that developed after Pentecost of 33 CE. The sin of Ananias and Sapphira was, not that they did not give the entire amount of the price of their possession sold, but that they lyingly claimed to do so, evidently to receive plaudits of men rather than to honor God and do good toward his congregation. Their deception was exposed by Peter, under the inspiration of Holy Spirit. He said, Ananias, why has Satan emboldened you to play false to the Holy Spirit and to hold back secretly some of the price of the field? As long as it remained with you, did it not remain yours, and after it was sold, did it not continue in your control? Why was it that you purposed such a deed as this in your heart? You have played false, not to men, but to God. On hearing Peter's words, Ananias fell down and expired. After about 3 hours Sapphira came in and repeated the lie. Peter then asked her, Why was it agreed upon between you two to make a test of the Spirit of Jehovah? Sapphira likewise fell down and expired. This incident served as discipline for the congregation, causing them to have great fear, and doubtless great respect and appreciation for the fact that Jehovah indeed dwelt in the congregation by Spirit. Act 4:34-35. 5. 1-11. 1 Co 3. 16-17. F2. 22. Compare 1T1. 20. Sapphire. A transparent or translucent precious stone. A variety of corundum. Although sapphires occur in many colors, the deep blue shades are most highly esteemed. The sapphires referred to in the Bible were apparently blue. A sapphire was one of the stones in the high priest's breastpiece of judgment. X 28. 15-18. 39. 11. Job, who lived in about the 17th century BCE, described the efforts of men in digging deep into the earth to mine gold and precious jewels, and he mentions the sapphire as being among the rare stones so located. But, says Job, valuable as sapphire is and difficult as it is to obtain, wisdom is far superior and cannot be paid for with such stones. Job 28. 4-6, 12, 16. Figurative use. The lustrous beauty, as well as the pleasurable, captivating, and enthralling effect caused by viewing precious gems, was used figuratively in connection with visions of God's glory. After the law covenant was instituted, O textoi acute miritra longo, Sarah 863-17 and married him while they were living in the Chaldean city of Ur. GE 11. 28, 29 She continued barren until her reproductive powers were miraculously revived after she had already stopped menstruating. GE 18. 11. Row 4. 19. Heb 11. 11. Sarah may have been in her 60s when she left Ur with Abraham and took up residence in Haran. At the age of 65 she accompanied her husband from Haran to the land of Canaan. GE 12. 4, 5 There they spent time at Shechem and in the mountainous region of Bethel, as well as in various other places, before famine forced them to go to Egypt. GE 12. 6-10. Though advanced in years, Sarah was very beautiful in appearance. Therefore, Abraham had earlier requested that, whenever necessary in the course of their travels, Sarah identify him as her brother, lest others kill him and then take her. GE 20. 13 In Egypt this resulted in Sarah's being taken into the household of Pharaoh on the recommendation of his princes. But divine intervention prevented Pharaoh from violating her. Thereafter he returned Sarah to Abraham, requesting that they leave the land. He also provided safe conduct for Abraham and his possessions. GE 12. 11-20. It is noteworthy that an ancient papyrus tells of a pharaoh who commissioned armed men to seize an attractive woman and kill her husband. Thus Abraham's fear that he might be killed on account of Sarah was not unfounded. Instead of endangering his life in an unsuccessful attempt to save the honor of his wife in an alien land, Abraham followed what appeared to him to be the safest course. It should be remembered that Abraham was the owner of his wife. Sarah was happy to serve Jehovah and Abraham in this way. Never do the scriptures censure Abraham for having done this. 10 years after having originally entered Canaan, 75-year-old Sarah requested that Abraham have relations with her Egyptian maidservant Hagar in order to have children from her. GE 16. 1-3 The resultant difficulties made it apparent that it was not Jehovah's way of fulfilling the promise